Alright, so basically we jump into the season 2 reload, and I gotta say, man, I'm absolutely impressed with this new map. The new Dark Ether, the new Rift environment is absolutely beautiful. Now, when I say this space is actually way better than the original Dark Ether because of all the castles and everything like that. So right here we got the blood burner key, and we got the drum cup, which I believe is gonna be the item to actually unlock the Dark Ether permanently. So this is a new Act 4 story mission, a countermeasure. So we're gonna be heading to the new Dark Ether, which you guys saw in the beginning of the video. We're not gonna show any gameplay in the red zone, so stay with me right here, you guys. So first things first, we're gonna get a dog because we need the dog because it's gonna work as a decoy. Also, we're gonna go ahead and pocket punch our weapon to level 3. So if you guys see the pocket punch machine on this side of the building, so pretty much just glide to the outside of the map and then climb up, and pretty much you'll be able to get there and avoid every single zombie. Now, basically the reason I like bringing the dog, if you guys don't have the dog bone or the the dog schematic or anything like that, basically go ahead and get the chunks of flesh, you guys. By the way, look at this, man. We actually got a bounty right before we actually head to the Dark Ether. It was a mega abomination, and he was right here by the new storm, by the new rift that you're gonna be going for, the permanently Dark Ether. So the crazy thing about this mega abomination, man, I just cannot believe that he was over there. The rift dropped right in front of me when I threw the thermite, and then I almost burned myself. But anyway, man, so right here we're gonna be heading to the new Dark Ether story mission. This is the mission you're gonna be doing. Now right here, obviously these guys actually sent me an invite. I did join them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mention that if you are gonna be doing this solo, it's a few things that you guys do need to bring, which by the way, I will be dropping another video doing more in-depth or tips and tricks on how to actually complete this mission solo. But on this gameplay right here, I'm going to show you guys pretty much the whole story mission. How do you complete it solo or with somebody? And it's pretty simple, but later on it will be a few challenges if you're doing this solo. But if you guys just see this gameplay, you can kind of like see how it's possible to still do it solo. So first things first, man, I'm just impressed with this mode. I'm just impressed with the whole entire area. It's pretty much lower level, and it's not climbing and being inside buildings like the other ones. So this one's gonna give you a better chance to actually stay alive. So I'm assuming once you unlock the main Dark Ether for this area, you're gonna see a lot more zombies than what we see right now. Obviously, since we're doing the story, it's gonna be easy at first. Now you guys are about to see how crazy this is gonna get. But first things first, when you come in here, follow that symbol. Once you go to that symbol, just activate the contract. That's pretty much all you're doing, which by the way, the guys that I'm playing with, they pretty much picked out the contract, and now all you gotta do is escort the ACV, which by the way, the main thing, if you're doing a solo, I would just put a sentry gun or two. So bring a sentry gun. And another thing I want to go ahead and mention is that I was just like looting, trying to go through different buildings just to see if I see anything. Do not waste your time, you guys. You're not gonna see anything right here on the story mission. You probably will see something once you unlock the actual Dark Ether area. But as far as the story mission, you're not going to see that much stuff on the buildings. This device right here, once you do this mimic came out, and I was just like, oh my god, it's actually cool. So right here, we're going to go ahead and shoot it down, and we actually defeat him. One thing I will say is that if you're doing this solo, doing it with a group is going to be a lot easier. So all I'm saying is if you're going to do it solo, I do recommend you running the WSP swarm, especially once you get to the end. I'm not gonna spoil you guys because it is gonna be a boss at the end. Obviously, that's how you get the drop. But having 200 rounds on this weapon when that boss is coming at you constantly, having this WSP swarm with 200 rounds, 400 rounds on each, man, it come in handy. So definitely have this weapon, and also make sure you guys have these perks. And specifically, we're talking about the dead shot for that critical hit damage, the juggernaut for extra health, and then you're gonna have speed caller to be able to reload, and stamina to be able to run fast, and then obviously tombstone just in case you die. So this is the only reason why I like running these perks specifically. And again, I would recommend, as far as the ammo mob, and she had the brain rod, because that one's gonna give you that extra zombie if you shoot a zombie, or if you shoot a dog or any kind of enemy, you're gonna have somebody as decoy once again. So okay, so now we get into a serious thing right here. So once you come in here, you guys, you're gonna have to do this infested stronghold, which is absolutely huge. This is one of the biggest infested stronghold that I've seen. Now I will mention that if you're doing this infested stronghold by yourself, it's definitely going to be challenging, but still possible to do. Now what I would recommend is doing the top floor, and then right after that I do the bottom floor. Now you're going to have to go through every single store, every single room, because I don't know if this, eggs or whatever you call them, are gonna be like on the same spot. They might rotate, I'm not sure, but all I know is that it's so many and they're all hiding in different locations that you're gonna find yourself in here actually being in this area a lot longer than what you think, and you don't want to die. So if you can have an extra mask, or at least bring a durable mask, it would definitely help you out. Now as you can see right here, this mask right here switches from green to durable, so I think you gotta time it to as soon as it turn purple you can go ahead and pick it up. Now I was standing there, it was not switching for me, but for a split second it does look like it was switching, so I'm not sure if that's a glitch or that's supposed to happen. Again, doing this solo, I did not see that many zombies coming in here, so that's a plus because it's a story. So I'm assuming if you probably want to do this when you actually open the regular Dark Ether for this area, you're probably gonna have a lot of zombies. It's gonna be a lot of rewards, and it's probably gonna be more challenging than what it looks like right now. So first things first, after you get the top done level, make sure you guys go to the bottom. You can make your way to this door and go all the way around, and you'll be able to get to the other entrance, which I find it unique because I was able to actually go around it. And I got into this room and I saw the mask right here. So this mask right here I think is glitched, but I think that's a mask that you can actually pick up if you try yourself. I think it would just glitch for me. So anyway, after this, if you go out here, you should be able to see a refill ammo crate right there. So that's kind of good. So you can go ahead and refill your ammo. And then right after that, I saw I literally got the last infested spore in there to be able to actually unlock it. Now the negative thing about this right here, you guys, is I make my way to the top, I check every single floor, I did not see any cash that I can open to actually get a reward. So I'm assuming you will see it once you actually open the main Dark Ether. Again, this is just the story mission similar to what we did when we did a bad signal mission, that once you defeat the worm, and you running around the area. When you do the bad signal mission, you didn't see any loot, you didn't see any reward until you actually defeated the worm. But after you open the Dark Ether, you're able to look around, you're able to find things and different clues and Easter eggs and things like that. So right now, by completing that infested stronghold, it's just part of the story. Right here, this is something cool that happened too, man. We have so many AI soldiers in here, which I didn't pay attention where they came from. To me, it was kind of unique. I don't know if maybe a teammate called it. I don't even know what happened, but it's still kind of cool because it is so many zombies in here. Now the only thing I didn't like was that it did feel kind of easy. So right here, all you got to do is just keep scoring the terminus, and score the ACV to this location. This is the last location right here, and you're pretty much done. Now I will say though, again, the only reason why this felt easy is because it was 4 or 5 of us. I think it was 4. Yeah, 4 of us. That's the only reason why it felt easy. Now I'm just saying, once you do this alone by yourself, I think it's going to be more challenging depending on what weapon you use. If you use a regular weapon that has about 90 rounds or 100 rounds, even after you pack a punch, that the time that you had to reloading and everything like that, and you got zombies coming at you, it might be a little more challenging. If you got this WSP Swarm, I think you're going to be okay. But besides that, I just feel like it's not challenging at all with 4 players. So if you guys don't want to do this solo, definitely go to the red zone, look around other players. And I do recommend actually, sending an invite to other players, and they might send you an invite and then you can, drop in here. Especially now, so do it now, do it right away that everybody's doing this. So right here's the last part of the mission. Obviously we completed the mission, we completed it, and then the last thing that happened was the same thing that happened on the original Dark Ether. It's gonna be the surprise. It's gonna be a boss fight. When you thought everything was already over, we got a surprise fight right here. So All you're gonna do right here is defeat the new boss. His name is Craigver. I think that's how you pronounce his name, but he's a mangler, and he is extremely tough, especially if you do this by yourself. Again, this is the hardest thing right now, because if you die right here, if you're playing this solo and you die, you're gonna have to start the whole thing all over again. I'm not sure if you're gonna get a checkpoint. I'm really not sure. So I do recommend another thing you guys wanna bring to this boss fight is at least 2 self revives, 2 to 3 self revive. And right here I threw a thermite that definitely did extra damage. So throwing a thermite at this thing is gonna burn him. It's gonna keep burning him, and then just keep blasting him. But again, it was 4 of us, so he didn't have no chance. Alright, you guys, so right here we're gonna go ahead and collect the new reward. This is the new loot that you're gonna be seeing. We got 2 yellow rewards right here. Make sure you don't equip this, otherwise you're gonna use it and lose it right away. Make sure you put it on your large backpack. A lot of time people click equip and then you're using it right away, and then you pretty much just lose it. It's gonna be a waste. So anyway, right here is the story. I'm not gonna play this story cinematic for you guys. We're gonna end it right here. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time on the next.